Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. It is July 28th. I want to touch on this uh, trading card CT scanning thing. I mean, I know a bunch of people dropped a bunch of videos. It was yesterday, like OK J Love and Possum Bud. The videos of people scanning these have been around for like it feels like it's been about a month since I seen something like that with one of the sports card places. And everyone's, I don't know if everyone's freaking out. People are just talking about it like it's going to be something that's going to destroy Pokemon. It's going to destroy the sports card world and all that kind of stuff. And in some certain instances, it's a good thing, and certain things it's bad. So they were talking about how with its sports cards, one of the ones they scanned a National Treasures box basketball, and it showed a Logo Man patch. That's the little NBA cut off of a jersey, and it's embedded in a card. So it showed one of those in the CT scan, which is, see, that kind of sucks right there, because those National Treasure boxes could get expensive. They could be like $10,000 boxes for a new box sometimes, because you're guaranteed patch, autos, all that kind of stuff. And with the CT scan, you might be able to see the little metallic rookie logo. So if there's like a rookie that's people are chasing, it's kind of, it makes it easier. And so, but like there's those really expensive boxes, the sports card boxes that come in a briefcase. And those are kind of like the national treasures as well. I mean, but from what I'm hearing, CT scan is another form of an X-ray. The X-ray shoots straight through things. The CT scan goes in the circular I'm not sure what, if it's for more precision or what, but it's just basically a different type of X-ray. And so I'm hearing that you can't X-ray through directly through like metal. So I got a box right here. So say you had like bought some of these vintage tins. This is the V-Strikers tin. This is the one I pull all the Evolving Skies packs out. So there's no packs in here, but I pulled the Evolving Skies packs. So this is metal, and the packs are usually behind this area right here. Yeah, packs are usually behind here, and there's a promo right there. So if you were to scan through this with an X-ray or the CT, I'm not sure. I mean, I think it starts giving you a very messed up image with like it's all wavy, and it would be hard to tell what's in here. In here, the biggest thing you're ever going to pull out of a V-Strikers tin is a Moonbreon. I'm talking about a $900 card. So, but there's 5 packs in here, and that service that's I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys seen that. The service that's doing that is about $65 a pack. And then it said like booster boxes to be determined. So, $65 a pack is if you do more than 11 packs. We're talking about $700 to scan 11 packs. That's $65. I mean, it's over $700. That is ridiculous. So people aren't going to scan like this V-Strikers tin looking for Moonbreons and pay, it would be $65, actually it'd be $75 times 6 packs in here. That's nuts. This is strictly for super high-end sports and for like vintage. And what I'm hearing is so like in Japanese, like this one, there's usually 10 packs in the shiny treasures, and there's always a metallic card in there. There's always an EX, a GX, or something like that. But in some of these other packs, like of Japanese, there's some packs that don't have one foil card at all. So apparently you can't see, you won't see, any cards that don't have foil. Like you won't, these won't show up unless it's, there's a metallic surface on there. But like say a reverse hollow will, you'll be able to see this part, but you won't be able to see the Luxio right there. So but like when it comes to sports cards, with sports cards, you have different parallels. You have like, this is a purple wave. This is, okay, so this has the rookie shield. It's all metallic though. This whole card is metallic, so you're going to be able to see the whole thing in there. And there's a good outline. I mean, if you look real close on the Prism basketball, the outline right around the player, I mean, it's thick. Look at that. You'll be able to really tell which position that player is in. But this, so here's a basic non-rookie, so it doesn't have the little rookie shield. You won't. So this card here is just green. You won't be able to tell that this is a green parallel of a card. And if this is Victor Wembanyama, the plain one like this, we're talking about like a $30 card or something. The green one like this, $100 card or something like that. So, and then you got the ice. I'm not sure if like a cracked ice. This for sure probably on the CT scan will show up some of these because it hits light different. You might be able to tell that there's an iced parallel in there or something like that. But like say you have a 1 of 1. I have not won any 1 of 1, so I didn't be able to bring something like that. But a 1 of 1 will actually say 1 of 1 in a it's like indented, and then it's colored with like a gold metallic ink. So that might show up in there too. So you might be able to see 1 of 1s, which is now we're talking about big chase cards right there. 1 of 1s that get very expensive. But yeah, like I said, there's 10 packs in here at $75. You have to go 11 packs or more to get the $65. But at 10 packs, I mean that's at $75 right there. $750 to scan this little box right here. $750 to scan this box. This pack has 20 packs in there. So now we're talking, if they give you, so when it says a booster box, it says to be determined. If they give you a discount down to like maybe 50 instead of 65, which I'm not sure, this would still cost $1,000 if it was discounted to $50 a pack. $1,000 to go look for that Pikachu Master Ball, which is the biggest thing in here, which is a $180 card now or something like that. So you just go buy the card. So this CT scanning thing is basically for high-end sports cards. It's for vintage, very vintage Pokemon. But look at this. So say you got a base set unlimited, and you found a hollow Charizard after scanning a bunch of boxes, and there's 36 packs in there. Every single time you do that, 36 packs. We're talking about $1,500 to scan that box. And some of those cards aren't even worth $1,500 unless you get them graded in a PSA 10. Then they could be $12,000 or things like that. But it's to me, it's a lot more work. There's a small portion of the Pokemon market that it would probably be beneficial to do, like first edition base set. People looking for those Charizards. Say you have 30 boxes. Those boxes are expensive. As it is, it's already very expensive. So are people gonna put up their money, like someone has a couple $100,000 and they go buy a handful of boxes, scan them all, don't find any Charizards? Are they just gonna go turn around and sell those boxes, do it all over again, keep trying to find boxes until they hit a Charizard? That's a lot of work. That's a whole lot of work for that. And someone with that kind of money, someone who's rich like that, has it like that, are they really looking for a Charizard? I don't think so. I don't think someone with that kind of money is going to be doing that. But how about here's another instance. The gold Steph Curry rookie card from Topps 2009 has not been found yet. We're talking about a $20 million card that's still floating around out there somewhere. It could be in the garbage somewhere, because Steph Curry wasn't Steph Curry in 2009. When that box was open and you pulled a Steph Curry, people knew he was good, but he wasn't like a LeBron right away, like where his cards were crazy. It wasn't like Luka Doncic, where his cards are crazy right off the bat. Steph Curry was good, yes, but he wasn't Steph Curry yet. He wasn't Chef Curry. He wasn't the Splash Brother that was, won the championships. So maybe his card got pulled somewhere. It was put in a binder. What happened? Maybe that binder ended up getting tossed out somewhere. Who knows? Who knows what it is? But a sealed case of 2009 Topps that has the chance of getting that Steph Curry, I think they go for about $30,000 a box. Now, if you're sitting on boxes right now, now the CT scan thing might actually be something that you would use to go look for that Steph Curry, so you don't have to open up a $30,000 box. My thought is that somebody already has that Steph Curry sitting in their collection somewhere, but they also have sealed boxes. As soon as they announce that Steph Curry is in their hand, those sealed boxes go from $30,000 to $10,000. So that's my thought. Somebody has that Steph Curry already, and they also are invested in sealed boxes, and So I that's my thought. And then Luka Doncic's rookie Prism Black 1 of 1 or something like that still hasn't been found yet, and it's possibly $1 million card. And those boxes are a little bit cheaper. I mean, I think those boxes are $5,000 for 2000 and was that 2018 Prism. And so a $5,000 box, yeah, maybe it'd be worth scanning. Because really, when you open up a $5,000 box, this is another one. So you go buy a Pokemon box. Say you went and bought like let's go team up. You buy a team up box for $2,400, whatever it is. You could literally pull some $700 the Latias card. You could pull that $700 card out of a $2,400 box, or if you don't hit that, if you don't hit any of the big things, you could literally pull $30 worth of cards out of the $2,400 box. But so in sports cards, you buy yourself a $5,000 box of cards, and you use a CT scanner, and you see that there's like no hits. You can turn it around and just resell that $5,000 box. You're just going to be out the cost of CT scanning it. So, I mean, yeah, I see that this could be a problem. But from what I'm hearing, you can't see through metals. So, I was kind of researching it, and so here's what someone had to say about it. It says, since a CT scanner is basically an X-ray machine that goes in a circular fashion to obtain its images, if regular X-rays cannot penetrate the item in question, then the CT will not be able to obtain any images either. Metals are generally resistant to hospital X-ray imaging, so no CT imaging either. So metals, I mean, like I said, this is the tin that I was talking about. So through a tin, I don't know, I guess it's aluminum, considered metal. I'm not sure if you'll be able to go through that. So if it becomes a big problem, I don't think Pokemon's gonna do this, but if it becomes a big problem, some of these sports cards, like some of the hobby boxes and hobby cases and stuff like that, are they gonna put thin layers of metal in there? I mean, it's gonna start getting expensive. The hobby is expensive enough as it is, so maybe. So here's another thing: is CT scanners aren't cheap, but you can go buy some. But you literally like I'm looking on I looked on eBay here, and I seen a CT scanner for 1,800, but it said not working for parts, don't have the computer and the software. So literally, so for 1,800, I can go get a used CT scanner, and I can go get a computer, like a laptop. I can go try to find all the software from the company that made it, all this kind of stuff, and I could try to get this thing running. That's 1,800. But I see some used a GE Explorer one for $5,000 here. Same thing. Need a computer, need the software. People list it as used for parts, and they said that they don't have the software, the computer to test if it's working. So I mean, but then I see some for 14,000. This is like those ones where you lay down and it has that big circular thing. 14,000. So I don't sell enough stuff. I'm not in that, I'm trying to work up and build something to where I could do the live breaks. I have a vendor that sells hobby box cases. So we're talking about like, let's look here. We have, so we can get in basketball for $9,400. We can get a Donruss Optic Choice case, 20 boxes. That's $9,400. So someone who's doing live breaks, if they have access to a CT scanner, if they decide that a CT scanner, a $15,000 CT scanner is worth it, some of these hobby boxes cost $15,000. Look at Panini Eminence Football Hobby Case, $15,000. Costs as much as a CT scanner, a used one, a hospital grade used one. But so one of these boxes, at this point it starts end up becoming worth it. I mean, for some of these people in the sports hobby stuff, you can get a case of Panini Prism Football 2023. So last year, where you can get a CJ Stroud rookies Panini Prism case. So my vendor's selling them for $18,100. So that's most likely you're gonna get that box for $18,000. You're gonna figure out how many slots you're selling, and you're going to divide that 18 by the, I think it's 32 football teams, and you sell those slots, at that, at something that's going to give you a return right there. But if you scan that case and you find a one of one that's worth $100,000, you're gonna pull that box. You're gonna open that case, or even just locate which pack it's in, and you can just open that pack, and then you can sell the rest of the packs. You can do your case break. You could do all that stuff. You could, at that point, it wouldn't be a case break. You would end up having to do just a hobby box break. 6 hobby boxes, whatever, selling your slots at whatever it is to make your money, because you want to make your money back on that $15,000, $18,000 football case, and then you want to make your profit, so you can keep rolling on to the next one. And so this is kind of what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to a point where me and my son can actually do case breaks and stuff like that. And some of the cases, the Panini Illusions football hobby case, 16 count for $4,850. Again, so you're gonna have to sell all those slots, or do a certain, however many certain breaks like there, to get your money back. So I'm trying to figure that out, because I would like to get into doing the breaking of sports cards. I'm not doing breaking on Pokemon, Pokerev, like those are fun to watch. You just open the base set, first edition. Slots were $6,500 for a pack. They do them by pack there instead of by teams, like in sports. $6,500 for a pack. There was really, people were pulling out nowhere near $6,500 worth of stuff. You literally have to do that, and then if you hit one of the big cards, that's going to end up being like 18 or 15,000 after grades PSA 10. Now you paid $6,500, and you're going to end up having to pay PSA, like, I don't know what it is, $800 just to grade a card that's going to be worth $12,000. So, man, you're in it for so much money. It's ridiculous. It's crazy at that point. My brother, he was lucky enough, back in '99, he Pokemon had just started out here, started gaining traction, and first edition boxes were, I guess it was hard to find them, but my brother found in a little town here by where we live, a card shop, and then he bought a few packs, and he hit a first edition Charizard. He still has it. He penny sleeved it, put it in a top loader, and to me it looks like at least a PSA 9. And he has it. He has it sitting in his house. It's like the only Pokemon card he has left, is that Charizard. And so he doesn't want to afford to get it graded. Literally, he could have sent it to SGC, and SGC's, even if you were to send that, they had a thing saying, they'll grade a first edition Charizard for $9. I don't know if that's true anymore. That was months ago. But just to grade that card with PSA is going to cost, I don't know, $2,500 if that thing ends up if it's a 10, and they consider it over $150,000 card or whatever it is. It's expensive to grade, and then you got to put that thing you got to package it up and ship it. Come on. So I told him, just go to like a card show or something like that where PSA is at. Look and make sure PSA is there, or next time you're rolling through Vegas, see if they got, just a walk-up thing to get it graded right there on the spot, because it is kind of scary. You're sending in a very expensive card, and you got to pay insurance when you ship it. You got to do that kind of stuff. But if you walk right up with it in your hand at one of these sports card shows, they'll grade it right there. I see it all the time. So we get back to that CT scanning thing. In some cases, it's one of the good things. Here's another thing. So go, if you have Netflix, go on Netflix and watch King of Collectibles. It's that Golden Auctions show. On season 2, episode 4, a guy comes in with a iPhone 1. What did it come out in 2007, whatever, sealed. So apparently he bought the iPhone 1, and then he didn't need the one. Something happened. He didn't need, so he left it sealed. It's worth about $60,000 right now if you have an iPhone 1 just sealed, right? And so Golden Auctions is like, well, we believe your story. You bought it, blah, 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 but we need to scan this box to make sure there's an iPhone in there. So they went to a place that had an X-ray machine, It's just a regular X-ray machine, the same thing as a CT scanner, but CT scanner does it, circular image, whatever. So they take this over there, scan the box, and sure enough, there's the iPhone. They turn it sideways. You can see the accessories below the iPhone, all that stuff. Everything looked perfect. But one of the other guys that was working with the guys at Golden, he said, "Hey, I brought some of my iPhones. Can we scan them?" So that was kind of cool. They take the first one that he had, which was about a $10,000 iPhone. I don't know which one it was. It wasn't the first iPhone one, but they scan it, and sure enough, everything looks perfect. And then they take his other box, another $10,000 one, same thing. They scan it, and it was something else inside that box. There wasn't, and so they end up opening it, pulling it out, and yeah, that was it. I mean, I don't know if it was a setup. I mean, the guy said, because it's a TV show, a lot of times they need a little bit of drama or something like that. But it shows how, you can actually scan something and see what's in there. So now, another situation is I don't believe it. Logan Paul and his $4 million case of first edition, that was a big story. That was supposedly like the biggest pull the wool over my eyes scam ever. And here's the situation. You go out and you spend $4 million on something. If what's in there is not what it's supposed to be, the person that sold it to you is going to refund you the money. You didn't go in a dark alley somewhere in the black market in Russia and buy it from some mobster who you don't know who it is. A $4 million case, you bought it from somebody and you know who you bought it from. That's the situation right there. And so if they had the CT scan or the X-ray, they can scan inside there and see that there's Pokemon boxes in there. Okay, that's the first step. Now you have to scan all these boxes to find a metallic card. And if you find a metallic G.I. Joe card, boom, you're done. You find a metallic, if there's not one metallic card in there, then you know it ain't Pokemon, because first edition base set, there's maybe 6 metallic cards in a box or something like that. So you're gonna find one of those. You're gonna scan until you hit one of those cards. And I would scan every single spot and make sure every time you hit a hit, it was a Pokemon card. So you can use this in that kind of way. That's beneficial, that kind of way. To scan to see if there's hits, to take them out and then sell the rest. I mean, yeah, that's going to be an issue for old vintage, and it's going to be an issue for, the sports cards where you're looking for patch auto rookies, all these crazy mem cards that are worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, you open something new from Pokemon, like right now, what's the newest set, Twilight Masquerade? You can scan for that Greninja, but a 36 booster box, it's going to cost you a ton of money just to scan for that Greninja. You're just going to go buy the Greninja, right? Okay, so with sports cards, even at Target on the shelf sometimes, there's boxes that could carry some crazy stuff, like the Monopoly Prism. There were one of one Victor Wembanyama's in that product on the shelf, a $30 box. I mean, are you gonna sit there and scan a bunch of $30 boxes with 6 packs in them at $65 a pack to scan? So yeah, I mean, let me just finish this rant off here. The CT scan thing, good and bad. So the good, yeah, you can verify that the product is actually in the box. So if someone's buying a $100,000 box of cases, $40,000 box of vintage Pokemon, I don't know, there's some boxes that are $40,000 for a booster box from the Wizard of the Coast era. You could scan that box and verify that there's cards, Pokemon cards in there. You could scan old basketball cards and verify that there's basketball cards in there. Now, if you go back to like Michael Jordan rookie, Flair, those cards aren't metallic, they're cardboard. Those can't be scanned for the Michael Jordan. They're not metallic. It needs to be a metallic card is what I'm hearing, is what I'm seeing. If it's not, it just basically goes through. I mean, it needs something to hit off of, I guess, of like a metal kind of surface or something like that. So like old school Topps baseball cards and things like that, you're not going to be able to see anything. So basically the hits, they're looking for that metallic card. Well, like I said, with the sports card, all the cards have a metallic face on them. You're going to see every single card in there. as you go down the micrometers, boom, boom, you hit every single card and you can see what's in there. With the Pokemon, you're gonna see through all these cards till you hit to the reverse hollows. In the new packs, it's 2 reverse hollows and then the hit. So you're gonna see through everything until you hit the metallic cards. But like I said, it's good. It's apparently it's good for people who collect, iPhones. It'll probably be good for the people to verify that there's a video game. Some of the old school video games that are worth thousands of dollars that are people get graded. You can verify. They'll scan through the cardboard box and see that video game is in there. Now, I don't know if, let's go with an old school Nintendo game. I've seen them sell one of those Marios with the 3 screws on the back instead of the 4 or something like that. That box just recently, so I think one of those just recently sold for like $300,000 or something crazy like that. One of those first Nintendo Mario games, and it was in a box and it was graded. The grading company verified it, but the grading company, I don't know if they scanned it to make sure. And if you scan, there's a sticker on the front of the box. Every cartridge looks the same, but there's a sticker on front of the box that's not metallic, it's a sticker. How are you going to tell if that's that Mario game? You know what I mean? Someone could have easily, to make something that's worth $300,000, man, they could put some money into that. They could put whatever game they want in that box, seal it, make sure it's all perfect, make sure everything looks right. And if you get it past authenticators and they put it in a slab, oh my gosh, man. I mean, who knows if that Mario game is in there that sold for $300,000? Who knows? But what are your thoughts on this whole CT scanning things? Is it gonna change the hobby? Is it gonna just fly by night and then no one's gonna be talking about it next month? I don't know. I mean, or do you think it's a good thing that people can like verify what's inside of these boxes now? All right, so let's discuss that in the comments. And I usually don't say this, but go ahead and like the video, subscribe. I'm a little over 300 subscribers. I don't got that many, but like I said, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking about the investing side of sports and Pokemon and all that kind of stuff. It's a cool space. It's a fun space, especially because my son loves the Pokemon game. He plays the game, he collects the cards, all that kind of stuff. So for me and him to kind of bond over some of this stuff, it's actually pretty cool. So end of my video. I am out.